the cowpea from the invasion of the Matuka vitrata. It is whether the effect of the genetically modified gene in that bean will cause a new problem by those who consume it. But let me share some of my thoughts with you. As a nation, we have to begin to open our eyes to see what nationalism is all about. The rest of the world is looking at Donald Trump, and the man is saying, I'm a nationalist. I love America. I want everything good for America. But he's going the wrong way about it. There's no doubt about that. But the message that he's sending across is that I am going to protect America come what may. There are other leaders in the world too who are doing that. In Turkey, it's the same thing. In Italy, it's the same thing. In Poland, it's the same thing. In Russia, it has always been that. China has also been doing that. Therefore, here, we have to ensure that our own national interest comes to the fore. And how do we ensure that? We have a management agency that is supposed to be very effective in regulating the consumption of or the introduction of biologically modified products into our market. We need to let the scientific family in Nigeria and the various institutions wake up to take their own responsibility in their hands. They have a duty to do enough work to have something that we can rest assured it is not through the conspiracy theories that go around the world, where they say, introduce this product into their market. It will invariably cause sterilization of their males and therefore will reduce their population. It is legitimate for people to have that kind of fear. It is also legitimate for us to understand that people who have kicked against Monsanto, for instance, are saying that economically, the product of Monsanto is going to take charge in those countries where they are introduced into, and it's going to kill what is existing in that country. I don't want to go into the issue. Yeah, it's legitimate fear. I don't want to go into the scientific language of biodiversity. People may not understand that. What people really need to understand is that the beans that is genetically modified may invariably kill the local species that is here. That's a legitimate fear. And they're saying somebody needs to monitor that. Somebody needs to look into that as an issue. It is not just the issue of it is going to solve the cowpea infestation. It is that this technology is going to cause any side effect in the future that we need to have concern about.
Okay.
Doctor, somebody did send a tweet in that if you have eaten any food in America, most likely you have eaten something that was genetically modified.
Correct.
And you are still alive.
Correct.
And my mind immediately went to the bell peppers.
Yes.
You will see a red bell pepper, which I think is natural, a green one, but then you will see the yellow one, the orange one. I have never seen yellow peppers growing naturally anywhere. Obviously, those are modified.
Correct.
But we eat them.
Correct.
And we don't complain of anything yet.
Exactly, yet.
Yet.
So, it would mean that the legitimate fear that people have here is because they're conscious and they already have literatures from other climes that is saying there's something you need to watch out for.
Okay.
In the long term.
In the long term.
Dr. Bassey is still on the phone. We're winding down now. Dr. Bassey, please respond to this tweet. Dada Muftao says, to address food security at the moment, biotechnological approach must be welcome. Conventional breeding takes 7 to 10 years before a new variety of choice can be released. Once the GMO is well screened and biosafety certified, we're good to go. How do you react to that? Dr. Bassey?
I don't think that is the solution to food security in Nigeria. What we need, and in fact, the last speaker laid out a lot of points which would respond to this question. Biotechnology, modern biotechnology is actually a technology searching for problems. We, when you see yellow pepper, it doesn't mean that it's genetically modified. There are hundreds of varieties of peppers in the world, but we're only exposed to a few. There are thousands of varieties of beans in the world, we're only exposed to a few. There are thousands of varieties of maize. You see some maize that are like rainbow with different colors on the same cup. I've seen potatoes that are black. We will not see that in Nigeria, but this doesn't mean that they are genetically modified. Nature has given us a wide variety of crops, and this is what makes agriculture resilient. Talking about hundreds of a long time before natural selection brings on a new variety is just a way of avoiding defending the natural varieties which are suitable for our health, suitable for our environment, and actually is useful to us. Now, one of the problems about nationalism is, as mentioned earlier, is that it sometimes could negate. Nationalism can be positive or negative. When I talk about food sovereignty, that Africans and Nigerians have the right to choose what seeds they want to eat, how they want to eat it, how they want to grow them. They have the right to share seeds. They don't have to go to the market to buy seeds at each planting station. Now, this BT, the genetically engineered beans, was given to Africa on humanitarian grounds. We are not looking for charity with regard to food. We want to grow our own variety. We have to avoid this colonial mentality that whatever is given to everything is covered by charity or by aid. No. We can't accept that. The key anchor for biosafety is the precautionary principle. Whenever there's doubt, halt, wait, check. There's no need for Nigeria to rush to approve over maybe 30 applications so far.
Dr. Bassey, I'm afraid I have to interrupt you there. Let's get back to Dr. Begba because we have just about 1 minute. Dr. Begba, the question many Nigerians will be asking is, would this seed be clearly, would these GM products be clearly labeled as they are labeled across the world? That's one. Number two is, what if, can they be planted? Can they be replanted if the natural seed banks we have fail? Can these GMO seeds be replanted?
Thank you very much. Don't take most of the 1 minute. Listen, those seeds can be replanted. Secondly, these seeds, they are not different from the conventional one. We have screened them, we have carried out risk assessment on all these seeds, and we have found them that they will not likely cause any adverse effect to the environment or human health. One thing I also want to quickly say on the issue of NAFDAC and the agency, there is no conflict in the roles of these two agencies. And apart from the fact that NAFDAC is a member of the National Biosafety Committee, what we have indicated in the Act, National Biosafety Management Agency Act, that any genetically modified food does not, grains, seeds, they are not directly processed foods. We are referring to processed food using genetically modified ingredients. It goes to NAFDAC to do some certification. So if anybody is saying that whether the grains have gone to NAFDAC, that is not the purview of NAFDAC.
Really have to go now. Thank you, Dr. Begba.
Dr. Rufus Begba, Director General, National Biosafety Management Agency, who spoke to us from our studio in Abuja. And we had Dr. Tokunbo Adedeji, former General Manager, Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency, who was with us in our studio in Lagos, and Dr. Nimo Bassey, who spoke to us via telephone. Thank you all very much for coming to share your views with us on this new technology. Sunrise will be right back with another interesting conversation. Do join us.